After the fight between Chris Eubank Jr. and James DeGale, where does this leave Chris Eubank Jr.? He won emphatically, he dropped James DeGale twice, and he dominated a large majority of the fight. So where does he go next? I reckon that he will move back down to 160, the middleweight division, and I believe that he could fight next Gennady Golovkin. Gennady Golovkin is without an opponent and he has not fought since losing to Canelo in a controversial decision. I thought Canelo just nicked it, but it could have been classed as a draw again. But obviously they had to choose a winner this time. They couldn't really call it a draw again. So that was controversial, so he still has a lot of fight left in him. And he showed great heart and great skill and ability in that fight. It was a classic, Gennady Golovkin versus Canelo. So could Chris Eubank Jr. step in with Gennady Golovkin next? Yes, I think it is highly possible. But Gennady Golovkin is a very, very different kettle of fish to James DeGale. In that James DeGale fight, I think that Chris Eubank Jr. completely dominated him. DeGale tried to hold, it just wasn't working, he broke free and still landed a lot of punches, which caught James DeGale by surprise because those punches that landed after the break, he wasn't ready for and he didn't see coming. They were wild shots, but they landed. James DeGale said he didn't see them coming, and it's those kind of shots that stun you. He was hurt with every single punch that Chris Eubank Jr. threw at him. I think James DeGale had more success when he stood and traded with Chris Eubank Jr., held his gloves up high and tried to counter him. That is when he had more success. But when he tried to retreat to the ropes and back off, that's when Chris Eubank Jr. followed him, put him under pressure, and could have stopped him at any time in that fight, really. I mean, James DeGale done well to see the final bell of that fight. I think this fight showed how James DeGale has diminished over time. He's not going to get any better, and he's not going to go back to the form that he once had, world title glory. He looked slow, and he wasn't moving off very well. I think his tactics were all wrong also. When he retreated to the ropes and tried to grab hold of Jr. just broke free, and like I said, he landed shots that James DeGale didn't see coming. What James DeGale needed to do was grab hold of him and walk him back or turn him, like George Groves did. It doesn't make for an exciting fight, but what he needed to do was impose his size advantage on Chris Eubank Jr. because it seemed like Chris Eubank Jr. was the natural super middleweight in there, whereas James DeGale just looked slow. He didn't look the stronger of the two in there. Like I said, he needed to grab hold of him, grab him tight so he couldn't break free, and turn him. This would tire Chris Eubank Jr. like it did in the George Groves fight. Obviously, George Groves had a different weapon in his arsenal to keep Chris Eubank Jr. at bay. He had a very, very heavy shot. He had a good jab, but it was that power that Chris Eubank Jr. had to walk through to get any success, and he was tentative to do so. Whereas James DeGale does not punch as hard, he couldn't keep Chris Eubank Jr. at bay. And I think he was falling in with his shots way too much and his feet were way too slow. Like I said, age doesn't suit his style. He should have retired, I think, after the Badou Jack fight. He's taken 3 fights and taken a lot of punishment that he didn't really need to take. But then obviously he does have bills to pay and he needs to make enough money so he can retire. But this is a retirement fight. I think James DeGale should stop here. But Chris Eubank Jr. will go on. And who will he face next? I'm thinking Gennady Golovkin. And if not that one next, then it will be down the line. And I think it would be an absolute cracker. So guys, what are your thoughts? Who do you think Chris Eubank Jr. should fight next? And what do you think of the James DeGale fight? Do you think James DeGale was shot? Or do you think that Chris Eubank Jr. was just too young, too fresh, and too strong for him, and had a better game plan? I mean, you can't take much away from Chris Eubank Jr. He had a great game plan, and done what he needed to do. I said in a video before the fight, that what Chris Eubank Jr. needed to do was walk James DeGale down, make him throw first, and then counter him. And that's exactly what he did. That is what won him the fight. Guys, what are your thoughts on this fight? What are your thoughts on Chris Eubank Jr. versus Gennady Golovkin? Please drop your thoughts in the comments below. Please like the video and subscribe for more content. Thank you guys.